I'm SM Sith Lord, and this is the weekly 2-hour build stream where I'm going to try to get a whole bunch of stuff. Well, I'm trying to do a whole build in this 2-hour period. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, let me jump into the chat real quick. On YouTube and on Twitch. And then I'm going to find what I'm going to build and where I'm going to build it at. I'm not too sure of either of those right now. It's going to be a freestyle build. Maybe it'll be a small parcel out here. Maybe it will be something different. So, gate to the mountains. I might come back and see what I could do on this small parcel. But let me see what else I might build on. Oh, I remember that. Let's go back to Gateway. Gateway to Mountains. This is it. This is what we're going to be doing here. This is a small parcel. What the hell are we going to do on this small parcel? We got to get creative and make it awesome. We got to maximize the smallness of this parcel to not feel so small. So we need to have an open layout. We don't want to have 4 walls and 1 door. We want to have it so you can come in on several different directions. Maybe we'll have 1 major support wall. It's starting to come together in my head here. We'll have a chill area in there and some displays. Okay. We have 150 parcel credits to work with, and one of them is going to be a light. I'm going to put the light in there first. And this is going to be an epic small parcel. It'll be an epically blue small parcel. All right. I want curved architecture here. Let me think. Maybe if I grab some shapes here. Yep. And I'm going to just paint this shape white for right now. I want to know how big a person is. So I'm going to make a door and then put a capsule that's the size of a human. Alright, there's my human size. Don't need the door. This is too big for a step. So let's make it a little bit smaller. That's not turning in fast enough. Let's turn this faster. We'll do 2 snaps of rotation. How tall can I make this? I wonder, because maybe I could get a two-story thing going on in here if I can get roof access. Wow, it's pretty tall. Okay. How could we maximize a piece of glass in here? Oh wait, I forgot to put on my avatar today. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Sounds cool. That's not it. I'm usually the Ratatouille dude here. All right. Okay, cool, the sun's coming up. A piece of glass. Could I make a piece of glass awesome? Maybe. Maybe. I can make it take up the whole back if I want it to, but the question is, do I want it to? I'm not so sure that I want it to, but I do think that I want this raised up a little bit. Probably not going to be a two-story thing unless I lower down that top story some. Yeah. Then I want some stairs coming up. I have to figure out how to box this all in. Hmm. Okay. Thoughts? How about some trees on the other side here? The real metaverse. It's so, there's a baseball commercial that I remember from back in the day. Sammy Sosa was in it. He didn't speak the best English, right? So he's in the commercial though, and he's promoting it, and he's talking about how real the game is, the baseball game is, and the way he says it. I won't even try to imitate it, but every time I hear the real anything, I always think of that Sammy Sosa baseball commercial. It's so real. But yeah, I'm making a really cool house out here that is way far away from everything. This is almost the edge of civilization here, right against the mountain. But you can see city center. Probably not. There's probably buildings between you and city center all the way out here, but gonna build something cool out here anyways. And Somnium space here, as many of you probably already know. Oh, the face avatar. This is Snap Camera. It's Snapchat technology, but it works on your PC. So you just Google search or whatever, search Snap Camera. Get it from there. It's like the official one. And you can use all the Snapchat filters, but on your computer. So I actually have like a whole page of favorites here that I could switch between. But some of them are actually like a very hybrid of computer, of like 3D animation and raster image stuff. It's pretty awesome because I could do infinite animations. Here's another one. It's a little bit scary. It's going to attach antlers to my head. It's awesome. But yeah, that's Snap Camera. And as I was saying, as many of you probably already know, Somnium Space is a single instance shared persistent world. So the stuff that I build out here, you'll be able to go and check out in the world if you walk all the way out here from City Center where you start. I am building on the outskirts this one. Or if you go to Insomnium Web, you could go directly to a parcel there and check it out. And I will be putting the link to this one into the chat after I'm done with the build today. No problem. Okay, do I need another tree? I could use another tree, but let's just make do with the trees that I got. Because we are trying to conserve parcel credits here. That looks cool. The inside. Do I need anything on the inside beyond what I got in it now? That's the question that drives us. Yeah, maybe a sign and some stuff in there. Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay. How about I go to Giphy and get a cool animated GIF, whatever, to put on the ground right there. You could drive. Could I drive? I would need somebody with a car to drive me, I think. I don't have a car, but I don't know. Maybe it's possible to borrow a car. I don't know how to do that. But yeah, driving. I saw somebody do loops, and somebody built a gigantic loop on their parcel. Somebody with a car drove by, perfectly lined up, and maybe it was Blake, or maybe Blake made the video. I don't know. I saw it on Twitter, and they hit the loop, and then they actually circle back and try to hit it a second time, but they fly off the side the second time. It was amazing. Now, I was thinking I should put something on the ground. This might be cool to put on the ground. Let's see. Awesome. I need to find that then. I need to find that because I want to drive around. The car park. I know where the racetrack is. Maybe the car park is the parking lot. So I should check that out. I have driven cars before on the racetrack, but I haven't driven them outside of the racetrack before. Yeah, if you do that reset location as um Asir just said, um you spawn over there at City Center and you absolutely can not fall through the ground. And you know what I just found out recently? I don't know if it was newly added or I just didn't find it until recently. While you're in the game and you're wandering around, you can actually teleport back to City Center. Wherever you're at, you can teleport back to City Center like once every few minutes. You can't do it over and over again, back to back. But that's awesome because you could teleport back to City Center and then there's teleports at City Center so you could teleport out again. So as long as you're not trying to rapidly just fly around the map too fast, you're actually able to, get some teleports in. I have another image. I'm looking for a palm tree. A neon palm tree, probably. Oh yeah, that one's pretty cool. That one's alright. That one's alright too. I like this one. Yeah, that's good. And I'll put this one on the wall, and I'll probably make a little stand for it. I don't want to put too many images in here because this is a small parcel. I want to put a sign on here, and I kind of want to call it the relaxation chamber. Yeah, we'll call it that. And I'll even make a sign for it that says that on cool text. Yeah, and I believe that there is a teleporter at the racetrack. So that is one of the places you could jump to. Let's put some plants in here. I'm getting blown up in my Discord DMs by spam bots. It must be a Friday. Put a cylinder around that. Okay, the inside's looking pretty good. I'm past the 50 parcel credits left on this parcel, so I'm not going to be dropping a video in here on top of all the stuff, so I get to utilize the remaining parcel credits not for not lights and not videos, but anything else. So images, shapes, maybe some more neons. This is actually a really big entrance. This is tall. This is a tall parcel. A tall entrance here. So maybe I could cut off the top a little bit, but I might not need to. Oh, maybe I can have, I know. A little awning kind of thing. An eave? An overhang of some sort? Cool! Braces always make architecture look more realistic, like it could be held up in real life. Still not sure what the ceiling is going to look like. Fill up this little gap over here with the bush, so I don't need to put, so I also don't need to put supports underneath this thing. So I'm going to find in trees, we have a bush. Bush. And one more on its side. Bush. Cool. What are these? One parcel credit each. It only took 2 parcel credits to plug that up. Over here, I still want to plug it up, so let's do one more right here. So 3 parcel credits to plug it all up. Not bad. So I can get on cool text. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I'm going for that modern look. It's like an Oculus home. I'm going to call it the relaxation chamber, and I'm going to make that sign that calls it the relaxation chamber right now. I'm going to do it easy mode. What's the most relaxing text that I can find here? Some of this is kind of anti-relaxing. That looks like the winner. It's the relaxation chamber. They're waiting for you, Gordon. In the relaxation chamber. Okay, so I want this PNG that I just downloaded to be a texture in my parcel with the alpha channels. Here's how you do that. It's not too hard. You go to upload, you upload your PNG. Now you have your PNG as a custom texture. Now you don't assign it to a shape, you put it onto a media object because the media objects, they have alpha channels. You apply it to that and you have your PNG with a version of your alpha mask in the world. And I might have made this too big, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, and then we want a little brace holding this up. Let me think here. Maybe I could use one of these columns. Cool. See there, I have, let's see, I have 30 parcel credits left. What can I do with these? Let's see. The ceiling could get some extra detail, but also the inside needs some extra detail. Remember, the people are only this big, so this is actually a very large area. Let me put a door in here just to see how big that is. Yeah, you see, this is a very large area. It's like 2 stories tall. So I have some room. I could add some more chairs. Let's put a background to this thing. Is more furniture really what we need in the relaxation chamber? Probably not. Well, I'll put a couple more chairs, but we need something more relaxing for this to be the relaxation chamber. Okay, sofas, no. Chairs, yeah. Okay, I got a thought. Shapes, cylinders. Okay, let's give this same thing some more for these balls. Okay, they're 2 each. I can put a lot of these. Let's see how it goes. And I'll probably make them each a different height. What up, Rick? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Okay, do we have some room for more of those? We can do one there, we can do one there. Yeah, we got some room for some of those. The light has a cool impact on those too. Now, should I add one or two more of those is the question. Like 0 or 1 or 2. Maybe if this was higher up. And if it was moved back a little. A lot. Okay, I have 8 parcel credits left. That turned out cool, I think, the thing that I did there. What's next is the question. That also utilizes the extra headspace that I was worried about. Thank you. Thank you. I'm liking it. I'm liking how it comes together. But I have 8 parcel credits left. I'm going to use them. How am I going to use them? Oh, actually, I have 9 parcel credits left because this one is just temporary. The thing is, now, the light hanging balls are not light sources, and they're not even neons because I'm trying to conserve parcel credits here. I already have a few GIFs and transparent textures on here and a neon, so I can't put a lot of lights, is what I'm getting around to. I have to be really conservative with the lights, conserve parcel credits, so I only have 1 light on the entire parcel. It's not, I'm not going to put light sources on each of those things because that would be too many parcel credits. Another thing that I could do if I had more parcel credits was, is instead of using the regular sphere here, I could have used a glow like this. And then all of those orbs would be glowing. Now, I had to not use too many parcel credits, but it kind of worked out because I wanted to utilize the space, but I also wanted to utilize the light. Because remember, I only have 1 light in this whole parcel build here. So by putting these dangling balls here and them not being light sources, they're casting really interesting shadows on the walls along the outside. That's awesome. I didn't plan for that. It just worked out. Now, what the hell are these hanging balls? You might be wondering. I'll say that they're acoustic ceiling, you know, so you don't hear echoes. We got these balls in this relaxation. That's what I'll roll with. And yeah, the lights, they are expensive. And when I say expensive, I don't mean like money expensive. I mean performance expensive. Parcel credits. And you sound pretty familiar, but for anybody watching that isn't familiar, parcel credits are down here on the left. You can see with the red bar here because I'm close to the max. They're like performance credits. For a small parcel, you have 150. For a medium parcel, I believe you have 500. I believe, maybe it's 600. On an extra large parcel, you have 800 and possibly 850. So the different size parcels, different parcel credits, which makes sense because a bigger parcel should consume more performance than a smaller parcel. So I'm on a small right here. There's a medium to my left. These are mostly mediums. Oh, there's an extra large right across the street. So yeah, working within the limits. It is looking good. I'm liking it. But I have some parcel credits and I want to do something interesting with them. Maybe I will do something not so interesting. Just put some stripes going up the front. I have enough parcel credits for an animated image, and maybe that. Ah, yes. This could go pretty far. I want some particles that look like they're relaxing. This is almost all right, but not quite. How about this one? The problem is I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a relaxing particle system. What is that? Okay, so if I was raining colors, it'd be a little intense. Now, if I was raining confetti, which doesn't cover the whole spectrum, there's no reds in there, that would be more relaxing, but I mean, it would be more chill. I wouldn't call it relaxing. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Check out exit parcel. This parcel will be visitable in just a minute. After I get this an image or something on the back window here, I'll be pushing it and everybody can be able to check it out. I have to check what the actual parcel number is. I've forgotten. Okay, let's go with this. Let's see how this looks. Copy, image link. It might not look good. I might end up deleting it. I like something there. I just wish I had. I don't even know what I wish I had. Rain, you wouldn't be able to see rain. I think I might just roll with that, man. The confetti. Looks interesting. And I still have 3 parcel credits left. So with these 3, I'm going to put, actually I have 4 parcel credits left. Because I'm going to delete that one thing up there. Let's give these things some steps. What looks like some steps. Oh, cool. Yeah, the gift with transparency to give some life to that back window. And on Giphy, if you search for stickers, they got a lot of results, but any GIF that has transparency can do it. This thing right here is the same thing. It's the image with transparency. However, that didn't need to be transparent. I could have done that by putting the blue background around it, I would have saved one shape, only one parcel credit, so it's not too big of a deal. But it could have been done slightly more optimal. I really want to do something with these last two parcel credits. I could add another hanging ball, but I think I have enough hanging balls. How about, what do we have for trees? I could put plants in here. Ooh, I could put an actual plant. Let me go to plants. Yes, the size of the image is a factor in both loading time and performance. Now, it doesn't matter so much on the desktop client because desktop clients are really optimal at running games and stuff. But when you go to web, when somebody's visiting on web, the resolution matters, especially with an animated GIF. And with an animated GIF, like how many frames and all that kind of stuff matters too. But yeah. Resolution matters. And when you're in the builder, the resolution or the aspect ratio matters. So if you're going to have like a rectangle, you plan on having a big rectangle shaped shape that you want to put a material on, a custom material, you want to make sure that the material that you're assigning to it is also a rectangle. That way you don't have texture stretching. So usually when I'm doing a big build, not so much a little one, in my custom textures here, I have a bunch of different sizes of some of these old ones. We don't have any blood on our wall. Different aspect ratios of sometimes the same texture, just so I can use it on a variety. And you want to do that for the really big shapes where you would really be able to tell with the texture stretching. One thing that I did here to avoid texture stretching is I used the solid color texture. It's like the fourth one right here. It's hard to see squashed or stretched textures on that. So if you have a really long and thin shape, you might want to consider using one of the solid color textures. I do have a lot of those thin ones here. Okay, I was gonna do something with my, oh yeah, I was gonna put a plant. A plant? Really? No, that's not cool. What else is there? I have 2 parcel credits. How about I put, let's see, a handrail? What could I do with a handrail? Ooh, wait a second. I might be able to do some cool stuff with a handrail. Maybe. Well, I did something with the handrail. I don't know how cool it was. It actually might be very opposite of chill. I like it like that, but I don't think it's gonna look good from the outside. Yeah, it's no good. No good. Okay, I'm gonna go with trees. Oh, I could add that third tree. Do I really want that third tree? I did at first. I don't really want it so much now, so I think that I just like some bushes. Some bushes. One more bush. Bush. That'll do. And let me rotate these bushes so they're not exactly the same. I'll rotate them some and scale them a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so this parcel looks like it's ready to go. Let me click save. Let me click upload on this parcel number 13. Oh, whoa! Holy, this is parcel number 13. I should have done a completely themed stream here. Did not realize what was going down. It is Friday the 13th, and I built on parcel freaking the only one in the entire world here. Okay, I'm not gonna let it get to me. Let's push this update, go check it out in web. I might need to adjust the elevation. And then, if I still have some time left, I will do some experiments on another parcel. I do have a little bit of time left here. 13. That is the lowest parcel number I've ever built on. I wonder where parcel number 1 is. That must be crazy. Whoever has that one. Cool, man. Let's adjust it some, though. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Double cool. So many awesome things are happening right now. The GIF rendered differently in web. I'm so happy about that because that looks a lot cooler. I mean, it looks pretty cool when it renders correctly, but the visuals of the streaking, awesome. Okay, let me adjust the parcel height here and change it to Dune. Do I want Dune or do I want Neon? And this guy that I am, wow, I'm starting to like him. He's pretty unique. I made this out. Everybody can have an avatar like this. This is a Ready Player Me, but it doesn't look like a regular Ready Player Me because I actually created him on the Adidas website. It was called like Adidas Ozworld. It was a pretty weird site, but they let you make an avatar, a really weird looking avatar to go along with their weird site. And then you could export it. There was a button there to export it to Ready Player Me. And after you do that, you can use it in Somnium or a bunch of other Ready Player Me apps too. You can take it with you everywhere you go. I look weird as hell. But hey, this parcel looks like it was a success. Oh, wait. The image on the front, I need to fix that. One more update here. Aha. It kind of got crammed into there. Let's see how that rolls. Oh wait, I gotta refresh it before I take my screenshots. I just realized something. Okay, so my computer, for some reason, when I go into settings, it says that it's a touch device. It says that I have 9 touch points, whatever that means. But because of that, I think it confuses some websites. Websites that look to see if it's a touch device instead of looking to see if it's a pointing device, because I'm both. I'm a touch and a pointing device. I'm noticing that I don't see a mouse lock on the UI right here. And that seems like a bug. I should see a mouse lock. Just because I'm a touch screen doesn't mean that I'm not a pointer. So the code probably needs to be adjusted in Somnium Web here. So it shows mouse lock if you have a mouse. It doesn't disappear it if you're a touch device. This world we live in today, devices can be both touch and point. And oh, so many other things. You know what you actually have to end up doing in game design is be responsive on the fly. So like, if the last button that was pressed was a button on the gamepad, you probably noticed this in PC games too. You have to change all the UI to show like the A button and the X button and stuff like that instead of the keyboard stuff. But as soon as somebody presses a button on the keyboard, you change all of the UI to show keyboard buttons, because people these days have all these input devices plugged in, especially if they're hardcore VR people. They got the VR inputs plus usually controllers and all kinds of crazy stuff. So you kind of just have to guess what people want to use. Okay, let me take these screenshots here. With that and that. Yeah. It's going to take me a minute to get the shots that I want. Okay, instead of going and experiment on the other parcel, I'll just take y'all with this journey of souping up my screenshots. First I take the screenshot, then I go into here to photo program. Oh, I got two monitors now. That's what my wallpaper looks like on my other monitor. But I'm going to crop that off. Okay, so I'm going to back up some because I was a little close and I got some of the UI stuff in it. So back up to here. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot there. Looks good. Paste it in here. That way I can crop it some. There's my first screenshot. Wonderful. It could do better if it had all those streaks on it. Actually, no, that looks good. Okay, then a couple more shots. I probably want different times of day too. Yeah. Oh. More. You have that shot, don't I? I do. I have it in daytime. A shot. Maybe 2 shots is enough. It is a small parcel after all. There's only so many angles I can get here. So I have that shot. That's good. That's a good shot. Do I have a third shot? I don't. That's fine. Okay, these are the 2 shots that I'm going to roll with in this tweet that I'm going to send out in a minute about this build. How much time do I have left? I do have like a meeting coming up at 12. It's a VR chat meeting. But what time is it now? I have a few minutes. Let's go and check out a couple more builds in this time. Thank you. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I think I'm just going to go drop into some of my builds in the past and just talk about them a little bit. Let's go down memory lane. We're at the gate to the mountains here. Let's see what cozy house. How about main? Oh yes, this one I made trying to pull off an optical illusion to look like the Somnium Cube logo. So I actually had a reference picture of the Somnium Cube logo and try to recreate it with primitives. It turned out pretty well. From the right perspective, the perfect perspective, it almost looks like it's a 2D logo. But in VR, or any kind of 3D, you would be able to see the depth. And that's when you could tell that, hey, it's poking out there. So that was a lot of fun. You can see I got a little bit crazy with the fire. That fire looks awesome down there. That reminds me of Clash of the Titans. I even put a little fire pit there with the rocks. What else was interesting about this build? Some of it was already there when I started the build, like this fallen down column. Okay, what else do we have here? I actually did another build right next to it. Let's see if that's the next one coming up. No, this is one that I did for mixed reality TV. It was also a small parcel. Had a lot of fun with this one. You see that when I do a small parcel build, you have to be creative to maximize the space. So the one that I did today was a one-story building and had all that space utilized with the hanging balls. This one I definitely wanted 2 stories. So I went with a special texture for the stairs. So that's one GIF there. And the logo branded on the back. Glass floor. I love doing these little polygon, or these little hexagon things. So that worked out well. And the giant mixed reality TV on the side. I like that one too. It makes it look pretty professional looking. Maybe I could have added some supports, but that would kind of block up trying to walk in there. I have 8 parcel credits left on this one, so a couple more things can go in there. Let's see. Here's the other parcel that was next door that I was talking about. So these kind of were like a set. I did both of these parcel builds the same day. So you see some of the same images even made it across, and the pillars. Now these 2 parcels, they were a set of 2 parcels when I started on them. And I actually modified them. So the whole marble look with all the pillars, that was there when I came in to rework them, but I wanted to give them a whole neon kind of vibe. So that's how they turned out. And I figured you could hear the music coming from those speakers in the parcel next door. So I didn't need to put... The sound doesn't actually emit from the speakers, you know, they're just visual. So just imagine that you hear those speakers when you're hearing music in there. But yeah, seeing them together, it's nice. They're kind of like a small mini estate. The Alice in Wonderland build was fun. This one was, it was kind of like a contest. Not really a contest. We just asked everybody in the Discord for themes of something that should be made during the build stream. And the Alice in Wonderland idea won. So you go through this hedge maze, mini hedge maze, through the little terrace. Watch out for the Cheshire Cat over there. Got a pond of water. These mushrooms were so fun to make. I love making these mushrooms. I want to make more mushrooms. It's actually just a bunch of different shapes. Cylinders. They're mostly cylinders. This one's a cone. You can't tell that it's a cone though because I put that little cap on the top. So it turned out awesome. I want to make a whole land of mushrooms after seeing these mushrooms and how they turned out. And over here was the other fun custom thing that I did for this build. The chess pieces. Those are pawns made from primitives. But it used a good amount of primitives, as we can see here. It used one for the base, then a cone, then a cylinder, then a capsule, and then a sphere. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parcel credits, 5 shapes to make each pawn. But they turned out pretty awesome. It looks like a pawn. This was a small parcel build also, so again, it was a lot of budgeting and making sure not to go over that parcel credit limit. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one has nothing yet. This one was immensely fun to build. I think I did this entire build in one day, and it was a big build to do in one day because it's an extra large parcel and it's filled up. It's using actually 850 parcel credits. But it's the FTX building. These supports, I really like how these supports came through. I use these blue supports. I use a similar kind of support thing on another parcel, which maybe I'll have time to show you after this. But at a much grander scale because the other one, it was a waterfront parcel, the multifunctional studio. So it had gigantic supports. This one's landlocked, so it was regular XL size. I love the supports coming down, the multiple layers of the ceiling. I'm liking that one, that too. Excuse me. The entrance facade is actually what I started with on this build. Excuse me. And it turned out really well. It's like a real building. And I made their logo out of blocks, which was awesome because their logo was really easy to make out of blocks. It's basically just blocks anyways. Then when you get on the inside, it keeps going. The art gallery, which has placeholder art in it right now. It'll be swapped out for other art. These little runways showing you all the art. And then I wanted a place to like address the crowd if you're having a big event. So I figured the VIP could come out up here, turn around, and address. Actually, this is a really good build because not only can you address all of your minions down there on the dance floor area, the wood floor, but also you can imagine people standing over there on the stairs and all along the balcony and even up there on the upper balcony. All have a good view of you standing right here on this stage area, call it. So that's awesome. Plus you got the extra dance floor out there. And then the boardroom. This is an epic build. It is big. Okay, let's go to the next one. Not that one. Hey, this is the one I was mentioning. Yes and no. There's an arcade parcel that I always go to test things. It's actually pretty near city center. It's called the High Score Arcade. If you leave here and walk over there, out city center that direction, you come across it. It hasn't been changed in a while. I don't think the link that's in there works right now. I need to change that link. But if anything is my HQ, I would call that one my HQ because whenever I want to test something, like when I wanted to test this new avatar, I was talking about how I made this avatar in Osworld. Where do you think I went? I went to 3388. I even have it memorized. Parcel number 3388 is the High Score Arcade. Like I said, it's a little bit out of date. I need to go in there and update the link in there to make sure it works in Somnium. Because they changed, the link changed some. But I love that arcade. I love that building. It's huge. Well, it's an XL parcel, so I guess they're all equally huge. Actually, this is an XL parcel, and it is way huger. This is one I did a couple weeks ago. And this is that support I was talking about that goes all the way up. Now, it seems like it's a lot of parcel credits. It was a good amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 12. So at least 15 plus these support beams going across. Now these support beams going across, they are actually, as you can see here, that one column, which only takes 1 parcel credit. So this amazing shape here only takes 1 parcel credit. I reuse it over the course of the brace here like 5 times. So it did take like 20, 25 parcel credits to make that support, but it's the centerpiece. I mean, you could see that from a long ways away. It's what this building's all about. This is another one where I tried to make a cool facade for the entrance. And this is another humongous, crazy, huge, epic build. So when I go in here, trying to be human size, even though I look like a 7-foot human, you can see that, yeah, there's a huge glass wall, all kinds of stuff going on. What else is interesting and unique about this one? I mean, it's a giant floor plan. That's always cool. I stuck these trees, these planters, through the floor so they could be a little decoration on the bottom also. Used these things all over the place. These V columns, so useful. Oh, and also you want to have a lot of natural light coming in, so you don't spend you don't put a whole bunch of parcel credits on lights. So you got to have natural light. All these windows and the ceiling is extra important because that's the skies where the sun comes from during noon. So there's a big open area up here, and this building just has this massive feel to it. Oh, up here also there is the performance stage with an art gallery spread out. So pretty huge epic build here. I'm proud of it. And 6 parcel credits left open on it still. The Temple of Dog. Dog. I just call it dog. It's dog. Dog. This one was interesting. This is the longest parcel that I've ever built on. And I wanted to utilize the whole thing, and I actually did. The stage, this waterfront stage, is the absolute limit of the parcel over here. And here's what's cool about this stage. I mean, you look back over here, you can see the people can stand there, and they can stand up on top. However, when you look the other direction, look at the view. You have an unobstructed view, not even an island between you and city center, where the big giant buildings are, and the giant floating island. So, yeah, this one, it was a little weird because it was such a long, huge parcel, but I think it got utilized well at the end here. Amphitheater type thing, plus the beginning and the whole pathway. Pretty epic. That dog. Let's check out a couple more here. This one was originally built around the time that the canoes first dropped. So definitely wanted a boathouse. It was a really long parcel, so I wanted to concentrate out at the docks because it was all about the canoes. So I built this little entry ramp coming in without using too many parcel credits. And then focused on the boathouse and the actual docks. So here's the house. The house is alright. But the real magic is in docks. And that buoy. The buoy is the focal point here. Usually on each parcel I make, if it's not a small parcel, I box model something, some complex shape out of a bunch of boxes. And this one was the buoy. Moving on. 1 or 2 more here. Not sure which one this is. Oh yeah. This one used to be an optical illusion with a bunch of boxes floating, but it got reworked to just be a neat stage. And it's actually right across the street from 3388. And it's nice because you can stand on your parcel and yell at the people walking by on the path. Because you're right near city center. There's a lot of people that are going to walk right past you. So you can just lurk there and yell at them like you're at the fair. Like, "You there, sir! Step up to the stage. I got something to tell you." This one was cool. It's the Cloud 9 stuff. Lots of floor space. Okay, maybe let's go check out the 2-floor Discord. This will be the last one that we'll check out here. What is on here right now, I wonder? 2-floor Discord. Holy yeah, I remember this one. This was a massive one. It's going to take a minute for all the textures to load in here. This one I experimented with so many different techniques. I could talk about it for an hour. I could talk about it for 2 hours. So I used transparent PNGs. You see how all this stuff is all one PNG. And I used it to span over the entire floor space of the parcel. I had to be really careful to make the parcel really flat because the PNG could only be at one height level. I couldn't cut it up and break it up into different height levels. So everywhere that the PNG applies to has to be the same height. And it worked out here, but that's why the first floor is so flat. So all of this stuff was only 5 parcel credits, and it spans the whole bottom floor. Did I do something like that up here? I didn't, but I did use a bunch of other stuff. And I did here. Here's a bunch of stuff all connected to one PNG to get the most out of the parcel credits. I was fortunate enough to find some really cool animated images like that LED ticker board there, so I made that a focal point, huge on there. Now, this parcel, it's the maximum height that you can build, and that was a challenge because when you do that, a lot of times you can't make like a 8-story building that has content on every floor because you're going to run out of parcel credits if you have a lot of stuff in it on each floor like I do here. So instead of building a facade in the middle, I make it so you can't get to the top, but it's still epic because if you get here and you look up, all of these braces are here all the way to the ceiling. Let me let the sunlight in. All the way to the ceiling. When you're in VR, it's a whole different kind of effect because you can see the depth of things. But it's a big hollow glass building. That's how I build the space. Any other interesting techniques here? Lots of GIFs. This is the first, they're actually the only place I've really done this heavily. Using the cylinders to cut out like a weird shape on the GIF. Worked out all right. But the GIFs is what make this. And wow, when you visit this in web, which I'll do to wrap up the stream today. This is 2821. All right, so we're going to parcel 2821. Show what it looks like in web from parcel number 13 that I built on Friday the 13th. It's amazing. Okay. This is the most epic build known to man. Well, that I know of. I think it's the most epic build I've ever done. Maybe. Because in addition to the actual build, you see all the stuff around it. That's a GLB. That's a GLB that I exported from the Somnium builder. Because when you build stuff, you can, instead of publishing it, even if it's on the test parcel, which is where I built this stuff, you can export it as a GLB. After you have your GLB, you got to be able to host it somewhere, so you need some kind of web space. But when it's hosted, you can spawn it in, and that's what I've done here to give this ridiculous skybox. It's kind of like the water. It's a waterfall, but it's zero gravity and it kind of just stops. There's lollipops and giant cupcakes. It's nuts. Let me go into photo mode here. Oh, this was another interesting technique that I didn't mention while I was in there. Okay, so I had a really cool image that had colors on it, and then I put the silhouette of a crowd on it as an alpha channel, so you would see through that part. And then behind this image that has the silhouette of people as an alpha channel, I put an animated image. And that's that really weird effect we got going on here. Oh, look, somebody's in here. You can't see me because I'm flying around, probably. Oh, look, I still have one of those cones there. Here, let me go and slash dance with this guy before I end the stream. What's up, Chom? Reconstruction. Oh, and these things I had here kind of specifically I was thinking for web because we had an event and at a different parcel, and people climbed up to the top, the highest they could climb on top of the speakers and started dancing. And I was like, hey, there should be a place up there for people that want to dance up there on the stage. So I figured people would just teleport up here, dance on these little ledges while the performance happens on the stage. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. That's going to be the stream for today. I'm going to send out that tweet with the link to parcel number 13 in just a minute. And I'm going to wave goodbye to this guy. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll see you next week right here on twitch.tv/Somnium Space. Peace out.